said that you didn't do much watching of the Alamo tape and look back and stuff like that.
We didn't? Oh, no, we studied. We looked at it again today. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge game for us to watch because it's our scheme against their scheme, you know, and we looked at what we did well, what we did poorly, and what they did well, knowing that we're going to see it again, you know.
How different are they from last year? Or,
you know, we only saw one game. We think they've changed a little bit with 4 wide receivers than they did. Last year, they were very similar to Oklahoma. They run 4 wides, but they also run the 21, 22 personnel. They'll do that more in 4-minute and short yardage situations. But at the same time, you know, I think they're relying more on the pass because the strength of the football team obviously got some great receivers and a great quarterback. Although the running back is good. I mean, they spread you out and they hit a seam and it's a home run, you know.
You obviously face Big 12 teams over and over, year after year, but this is the same team twice within 3 games. Do you like it? Do you,
you know, I don't know. I mean, it's not up for me. It's not up for me to like.
Well, sure.
I guess, you know, but you know, the great thing about it, they're under the same constraints. You know, I mean, they have to play us too, and you know, I guess it's a positive. I don't know.
I mean, I mean, maybe they try to do the same thing that they did last year and just do it better, but you expect to see some different things considering that you guys handled them pretty good.
Yeah, no question. You know, they're going to look at that film just like we have and study what they did well and what we were weak at, and they'll try to expose us without question. And I'm sure they studied a lot of our film, and you know, they're looking for, you know, cracking our armor.
What do you think you did well in that game? Pressure? I mean, obviously forced some turnovers.
Well, we got fortunate. You know, we had some turnovers, and we had 5 sacks on the quarterback, and all those things added up. You know, and offense played extremely well. We did well in the kicking game. You know, I mean, we were kind of hitting on all 8 cylinders. We know this year could be a totally different story. We better be prepared for a heck of a fight.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, you're good.
I can't quit talking myself.
I know defense was kind of a sore spot for you guys last year. Obviously, you guys came out against Louisiana Lafayette and did much better. How do you hope that carries over into the Arizona game?
Well, I don't mean to correct you, but we didn't think it was a sore spot last year. We thought we played pretty good. Now, it's a little deceiving because you play 108 snaps a game and you give up more yards, but at the same time, you know, we led the conference in turnovers and so forth. But we think our 1 and 2 unit played extremely well. Our 3s, 4s, and 5s and 6s, they didn't play very well. That's why they're 3, 4, 5, and 6s. You know, got to get them in the game. We did. We got them in there a little earlier. Maybe we should have. 13 minutes ago in the third quarter. That's awful early to start going down deep into your roster.
As a guy in the business of coaching defense, what's your respect level for Mike Stoops?
Oh, tremendous. I mean, when he was at Kansas State as a coach, we used to copy things that he did. You know, I mean, our schemes are very, very similar. And we'd watch. I'd always get a Kansas State film and an OU film when he was there. And every chance I had to watch their film, and I still do OU's film that way. You know, we don't have access to Arizona unless we're playing them, you know. But we went out and visited Arizona when I was at Kansas.
Was that right?
Because of you know, their scheme and their reputation as defensive coaches.
Stoops was there already?
Yes, he was head coach.
So what does he do?
And his brother was a defensive coordinator.
So what does he do well that's worth visiting about?
Everything he does is very sound and right on the cutting edge. So, I mean, he's a heck of a football coach. Has a big hand in the defense. He's got his own coordinators and assistant coaches, but he's involved, I promise you.
I want to take you back 10 years. September 11th weekend, 10 years ago. No football was played. What you doing? Was it tough to kind of get through that weekend? Or?
Well, I tell you what it was. We were all in shock. I mean, I was Bill Tobin was. I was at the Detroit Lions, and Bill Tobin was our general manager. And I was walking by his office, and he hollered at me and said, "Come here, look at this." And the Twin Towers had just been hit, and we were sitting there with our mouth open, looking at it, thinking, "What's happened?" You know. And we thought at the beginning, obviously, like everyone else did, that it was just an accident. A small plane had run into the tower. We didn't know it was a jetliner. And then all of a sudden, another one hit, and I mean, we was astounded. I mean, I don't know how, in shock. That's the only way you can put it. You know, just unbelievable tragedy.
Did you know at the time that the world's a different place immediately?
Well, I mean, you had that gut feeling that something was going on. We didn't know what had happened. I mean, we didn't know who had done it. I mean, we were in shock. We just didn't know. You know, it was hard to imagine. And then to stand there and watch the towers collapse, I had no idea that could even happen. I mean, I was so naive architecturally or constructionally or however you say it, that I couldn't comprehend it. I thought maybe it might burn down, but I didn't think for sure it would ever fall down.
And the NFL did not play games that weekend?
No, we didn't. We were playing the Cleveland Browns that weekend, I think. I really can't remember, and they canceled the game and moved it.